Whether you're thinking about selling your home or just making some renovations to your home for yourself and your family, knowing which renovations yield the greatest return on investment, ROI, really is valuable information to have in hand. We know that not all renovations are created equal, so it's important to know which ones are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. Also, it's important to be careful not to over improve your home for the neighborhood or type of property that you have. Now, if you want to do that, that's fine if you're going to stay in your home long term and you're doing it for yourself. But if you're planning on making that move, whether it's a year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years down the road, you may want to consider what buyers are looking for and incorporate that into your home renovation. So what are the best home improvements to make here in our 2022 market? In this video, we're going to cover the 10 most sought after home renovation improvements that will also yield you the biggest bang for your buck. And we are also going to offer at the end of this video a free home renovation checklist so that you have those highlighted points in hand. And we have one other special bonus, so stay tuned at the end to find out what that is and how it can benefit you. So whether you are a seasoned homeowner or a first-time buyer or a real estate investor or a home seller, and you want to know how to make wise improvement decisions to your home, stay tuned. Let's dive right on in. So the first home improvement that we're going to talk about that is really relatively inexpensive, but really has a big ROI is the exterior curb appeal of your property. 94% of realtors believe that the first impression of the exterior of the property has a big impact on the overall perceived value of the property by potential buyers. So what can we do in terms of curb appeal? We can look at things like lawn and garden maintenance. They really are inexpensive, but do go a long way. Keep your lawns well groomed, keep your gardens and shrubs pruned, add mulch to the gardens. It helps in terms of maintenance, and it looks really appealing from the streetscape as well. Ensure that your driveway is clear of debris and things on the driveway. You may also consider adding a new fresh coat of black coat to the top. It just sort of makes the driveway pop and it looks really good on pictures as well. Exterior paint of the house. If you've got wood trim, is it in good repair? Is the paint chipping or cracking? You may want to add a fresh coat of paint to the exterior of the house. And also doors, both garage doors and front doors really make a big impact on the first impression of a home. Is the garage door dented? Is the paint peeling and cracking? Is it really an old garage door? You may want to consider replacing it with a new door. And keep in mind that garage doors should be neutral in color. Let's go on to the front door. Is the front door in good repair? You may want to consider putting a new low maintenance aluminum front door with a nice light insert in it. This not only brings light into the home, into the foyer space, but it looks great from the outside. Now doors, you can add a splash of pop color because they are a focal point of the home, and they also can make the home seem very inviting to the person who is walking up to the property. Number 2 is kitchens and bathrooms. You may want to consider swapping out old dated cabinetry and drawers, replace the fronts of them with new doors or paint them out. You may also want to consider updating faucets, and these are relatively inexpensive upgrades that really give a modern look to the space. Number 3 is updating countertops. Does your kitchens and bathrooms have dated, inexpensive laminate counters? Well, you may want to consider them with luxurious, updated counters in the form of quartz, granite, marble. Choose patterns that are light and appealing in color and that are going to complement your cabinetry and floors as well. These types of improvements add luxury and give the space a luxurious feel to them. Number 4 is considering bathroom and kitchen minor remodels. So if your kitchen and your bathrooms are dated and the budget doesn't allow for a full renovation, consider a minor remodel. So what might be included in a minor remodel? Now, you don't have to do super high-end upgrades, things like, heated floors, heated towel racks, seamless glass on the showers, but other things you can do really go a long way. Think of things again like replacing fronts of cabinets, replacing the hardware on the cabinets, maybe changing out the bathroom countertop. You might want to be tiles in the bathroom are in good repair and that they aren't really dated tiles. You may want to consider replacing the tiles in the bath enclosure and also on the floor. These types of repairs go a really long way to give the bathroom that luxurious spa-like feeling. And keep in mind that kitchens and bathrooms are really personal spaces. And so people are looking for clean, updated, modern, well cared for spaces in terms of their kitchens and bathrooms. And those two areas are one of the greatest ROIs for investment. You may also want to think about the plumbing fixtures in your kitchens and your bathrooms, and again, the floor tiles if they are dated. Speaking of floors, tip number 5 is the floors of the property. So is your floors or your hardwood really worn and dated? Consider refinishing the hardwood floors. According to the National Association of Realtors, refinishing hardwood floors gives you about 100% return on investment, which is a great investment. And if the budget allows, you could even think about replacing those hardwood floors with new floors. And the return on investment, according to NAR, is about 106% for replacement of hardwood floors. You can think of other materials such as laminates or the new high-end vinyl floors. Carpeting is worn and dated. You may want to consider replacing the carpeting. And if you don't have the budget to change that out to laminate floors or hardwood floors, you may want to consider replacing the carpet with a Berber, a high-quality Berber carpet in a neutral, lighter tone with maybe a little bit of specks of color will give the space a new life. And it is also hardy and good for traffic areas. Tip number 6 is paint. Paint is your new best friend. A fresh coat of paint in a light neutral palette gives new life to an otherwise drab space. It's very inexpensive to do and doesn't take a lot of time to do it. Light neutral colors will also help would-be buyers envision themselves in the space, which will help, of course, the house to sell quicker and for more money. Tip number 7 deals with the structural and mechanical components of a property. Buyers are always concerned with the age and the condition of a home, and they are concerned with the structural and mechanical elements. I often have buyers say, well, we don't want anything too old, we want something newer. And they want newer because they want the new trends and, the other major reason they're looking at newer is because they don't want to have to spend money upgrading things like windows, roofs, electrical systems. So these are the types of things that you may want to consider updating when you are going to renovate your home. According to the National Association of Realtors, a roof redo recovers 107% of the investment costs. So again, that's a good move. Other things to consider are worn windows, broken windows, heating and cooling systems. Are they on their last legs? Are they really dated? Are they high efficiency? Again, these are things that you may want to consider in terms of your renovations. Also, the electrical system. Is it adequate? Is it safe? These are also the components, structural and mechanical, that not only buyers are concerned with, but that have their home inspectors review and advise them on. So if we can take care of those issues before they become an issue, then you're ahead of the game. Number 8 is increase the storage space of your home. Homeowners are always looking for storage space, and it's a premium. Consider adding to your available storage space. Consider things like garage loft spaces, exterior storage sheds, and on the interior, think of things like custom closet organizers. And the very popular item these days is the family drop zone. So what is a family drop zone? It's an area, usually in a foyer or a mudroom, where as the family enters the home, they have a place to drop their stuff. So rather than it being all over the floor or on the kitchen table or in the living room, it goes to the drop zone. And the drop zone has other components to it, such as hooks for hanging up coats, storage spaces for putting hats and gloves, homework, books, a place to hang purses and backpacks, a place to store the shoes and boots, so that everything has its place. It makes this home seem more spacious, more organized, and that is something that many homeowners and especially families with young children are looking for in their new spaces. So spaces that are functional and usable and aesthetically pleasing gives you 3 checks. So that's something you may want to look at as well. Number 9 is adding office space and additional living space to the home, especially in our new world where more and more people are working from home, and in our time that we're in right now, students are spending more time learning from home as well. Additional office space is really a valuable thing within the home environment. So by adding this space, additional living space to areas such as basements, also goes a very long way to providing what families need in today's environment. And number 10 is a really simple but very, very useful tip, and that is to just simply declutter your space. After living in a home for a number of years, we tend to just fill up that space with our stuff. And that stuff ends up really crowding out the space and making it seem smaller than it actually is. So whether you're thinking of selling or you're just wanting a fresh start and a new life to your home, you may want to just consider decluttering. Go through each room, see what you're using, what you're not using, what's dated, and consider either replacing it or just moving it right out of the space. It's inexpensive other than really your time, and it really does pay large dividends. By removing this extra stuff, you're opening up the space, you're making it feel more light and airy and spacious, and those are all good and appealing factors that buyers are looking for. So I hope that you found this video and these tips helpful as you are moving forward to either renovate your property to sell or just renovate for your own home, family, and lifestyle. As we promised at the beginning of this video, we are offering a free home seller renovation checklist. Simply click the button below to get your free copy. And if you know of any friends or family members who would find this information valuable, please feel free to share. And if you liked what you saw, please subscribe below and we'll let you know when our next video is online, which is every Tuesday. And lastly, we would like to know exactly what to do, and more importantly, what not to do to your particular property. We'd be happy to provide you with a free consultation. Once again, it's super easy to speak to us. You can simply click the button below and book a consultation when it's convenient to you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.